Hi everyone, this is Mike, and I'm an alcoholic. Welcome to the Sober Living Podcast. If you're new here, I'm glad you found us, and welcome back if you've been here before. I'm a member of Alcoholics Anonymous, but I do not represent them. The opinions I share are my own. Today's message comes from Daily Reflections from May 26th and is based on page 184 of As Bill Sees It. I've reworded the passage to avoid copyright issues. Today's message tells us real spiritual and emotional growth in AA usually doesn't come from when everything is going great. It often comes through the struggles, failures, and setbacks we go through. If we keep that perspective, even a slip can become something that pushes us forward spiritually instead of dragging us backward. This message is great. It tells me that we should not be afraid to fail as long as we are willing to learn from it. In my experience, this ends up being true for most things in life. And I'll be honest, as I started writing today's script, I wanted to add some caveats to this reading. Most of the time that's true, because I learn from positive reinforcement too. In fact, I crave it. It's like getting a pat on the head. Good boy. Because I like praise and recognition for a job well done. Part of that probably comes from feeling like I got criticized a lot when I was younger. At a certain point, I told myself, I don't want compliments. Just tell me when something's wrong. I figured no news was good news. But as I got older, I realized how much a simple good job can really mean. It reinforces the behavior and attitude I want to keep having. So yes, I've made my peace with needing that. But I also need to stay open to criticism. And honestly, that's still something I struggle with. It's one of my many character defects. If I only learn from praise and never from hard feedback, I'm only getting half the lesson. When I make a mistake, I need to be able to say, oh, I'm never doing that again. And I know that at an intellectual level, but practicing it in everyday life is harder. A lot of times, when someone points out one of my shortcomings, my first reaction is resentment. I want to make excuses. I want to shift the blame, because apparently nothing is ever my fault. But embracing those moments is what allows me to actually grow. I really wish I'd done more of this during my drinking days. How many hangovers could I have avoided? How many arguments never would have happened? How much money could have I saved? Or at least spent on something better than buying drinks for a stranger at a bar? But I'm getting ahead of myself, because today's reading is about something bigger than all that. It's really about relapse and recovery. Now, to be honest, I haven't relapsed since joining AA, but that's not to say I didn't try quitting on my own before that. Those past attempts taught me that I can't do this alone. I need AA in my life. I need the fellowship, the support, and other alcoholics around me in order to stay sober. That's something I know deep down in my core. There's also a third way I learn, and that's by watching other people. I've learned a lot by listening to others in the program, not just from their mistakes, but from their successes too. I've learned to pick up the phone when I need help. I've learned to try letting go of resentments, and I've learned to take things one day at a time. I've also learned that things don't have to be perfect. If other people can do this, maybe I can too. But one of the best lessons I've learned is this. If I ever do have a slip, whether it's one day or 10 years, I'll still have a seat at the AA table, and I'll be welcomed back with hugs and a pat on the head. Good boy, you found your way back home. Hey, something simple I can try today is really listen to other people when they share in meetings. Not just to respond, but to actually hear what they're saying. Their experiences might end up teaching me something about myself. I can pick one thing someone shares and sit with it afterward. Let it land. It doesn't have to be perfect, just honest. Thanks for listening. Stay sober, stay strong, and keep moving forward. Until next time.